Good morning, everyone. If you are new here, my name is Jamie McCracken. Appreciate you checking out the next adventure here on the YouTube channel. Today, I'm at Timms Ford State Park in southern Tennessee. It's a state park I've never been to here in Tennessee. And as you can tell behind me, this big old map, we're going to be hiking around Timms Ford Lake. This is a massive state park. Really looking forward to the hike. It's about a 10-mile hike we're doing today. It's called the Ray Branch Shoreline Trail. It is an out and back, so we're not going to be able to loop, which is kind of unfortunate because you know, if you have watched videos on my channel, I love a good loop. But I'm looking forward to checking out this new state park, and I hope you guys will enjoy the hike with me. Came down here a little off trail, and you can see it's our first close-up look of the lake. Just this little nook and cranny back in here. The trail's up there somewhere. I kind of lost track of it, so I've got to find it up there. But you can see the lake probably gets about as high as up on these banks here, you could tell. So from where I'm standing, I would say the lake could potentially even be up to my chest on a high water season. But even with all the rain, this is a bit soggy and wet, but the lake is nice and low. It's good views. So I'm going to continue on, go up here and find the trail. The views on this Ray Branch Shoreline Trail have really opened up. We are truly hiking right along all of these little nooks and crannies of the lake. You saw earlier on the map, this is not like just a big circle lake. There's just all kinds of little fingers and things jolting out. So you have these pockets where I'm sure the fish are probably really, really great. I saw a couple of people on their boat back there fishing just now. And one of the reasons why I'm actually here today is, one, as you can see, I got the big Z-Packs Arcall 70-liter pack on my back. It is a little bit of a training ground for me as we are now in March and I'm 1 month away from a big backpacking trip over at Catalina Island. Number two reason why I'm here, though, is I'm kind of scouting this place out because I would like to come back here in June or July and hopefully do a multi-day pack raft, hiking, camping adventure, backcountry camping adventure. So I can see myself doing some trail, hopping in a kayak or maybe an inflatable, canoeing to my tent site, doing some more hiking, etc. So kind of getting a layout of this land. It's a huge lake, though. I'm not sure how many acres. I'll put it on the screen right now, how big Timms Ford State Park is. So those are the two reasons I'm here today, and also the third reason, it's new. So it's always cool to explore a new place. Making my way toward the end of this hike, got about a mile and a half to go, and the hike actually ends at a backcountry site. It's called Evans Campsite. So we're gonna get a little peek at what a backcountry site looks like here at Timms Ford State Park. And we're just above the lake right now, just kind of weaving in and out of those fingers and branches that the lake has, just hundreds of them. But this could be a potential backcountry site for the multi-day paddling and hiking trip I want to do. So get a good feel for it once we get out here, and then we'll have to turn back around because, as I said in the beginning, it's not a loop hike, it's an out and back hike, which is kind of unfortunate, but really enjoying the day. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm sweating 63 degrees on March 2nd, 2024 here in southern Tennessee. Whew! Loving it though. I hope you guys are enjoying the hike and the views. I've worked my way about as far away from the lake as I have been all day, probably a good half mile, so you can't even see the lake. I'm way back here now as we get back to Evan's backcountry site, and should have just about a half mile to go to get there. Although we just did make a turn, so maybe we're working our way back toward the lake now. Okay, made it to the backcountry campsite, Evans Loop. We'll go over here and check out the backcountry site, Evans backcountry site. And the reason why they call it a loop is because you can, I'm assuming, you can loop back around because there's a path, and actually my map is telling me to go straight. So I want to show you this backcountry site first, and then we will finish out the day before we head back. It's really nice back here. This is Evan's backcountry site. It's the only backcountry site in this vicinity, and you don't really get a lake view. It's over there. You can kind of see it through the branches and tree trunks. But I'm gonna make my way back out, and when I do, I'm gonna turn right, so I can keep going straight because that's where the trail's taking me, is like to the point of the lake. And I'm interested because if you can get up here through that access trail, then I think this would be a great place to start with a multi-day paddling and hiking trip. So let's go back out here and keep going straight and see where this leads. Okay, so we're just over there. You can see Evans Loop backcountry site, campsite, and we're gonna just keep going straight. This is actually where the trail is telling me to go, my GPS map. So let's see how far I have to go out here. Wow, this is freaking awesome. Now this is a campsite. Wow. So I kind of see a faint path that would loop around to where we just were over at Evans Loop backcountry site, but this right here, it's got a fire pit and everything. You have lake access. This is what I'm talking about. That's unbelievable. Now this could definitely work for a multi-day paddling trip. This could be one of the days if you're coming out here for 2 or 3, 4 or 5 days. Just have access right here, and here's your campsite right along the lake. They are doing some construction over there, it sounds like, building a new home, but I mean, what a view. Having a little snack before I head back. All Trails was being really stupid today, and every time I would pause it to take a break, I've taken like 2 or 3 breaks just to take some like cool photos, and it would like lose my stats. So right now it says I've only done 1.3 miles and I've hiked for 1 hour and 20 minutes, which is totally wrong. Jet ski is going by right now. Actually, no, that's just a speedboat. Look at that. It's so cool. But yeah, so I can't even give you the final stats right now. I'm hoping it will update. I'm in airplane mode, but I tried to take it off airplane mode and see if it would update, but I'm hoping it updates before the end of the day. If it doesn't, oh well. We know it's about an 8 or 9, 10 mile trail. It's getting kind of late in the day. I mean, it's like 3:30, so, and we haven't had daylight savings time, so I'm gonna eat this RX bar. This is my favorite one, by the way. It's got 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, 2 dates, and as they say, no BS. So, all clean ingredients, but I'm gonna eat this really quick, and then I need to book it back so it doesn't get too dark. I mean, I can always just swim across the lake too if I need to, right? I probably won't film too much on the way back because you guys have seen most of the trail, but I'll get a few different angles, and yeah, we'll see you back at the car. I got about a mile to go before I get back to the car, and I did want to say, I forgot to say that while this is in southern Tennessee, it's in the middle of Tennessee, so we're kind of close to Alabama, and of course I live in Nashville, Franklin to be specific, and it took me about an hour 25 minutes. The ride was just beautiful, and just took like a bunch of country roads out here, 3 or 4 of them, but just enough to be a nice little day trip. And I'm gonna get back tonight and have some good food. Always looking forward to that after a long day out adventuring. And as I say that, there is the 1 mile mark. Woo! Been a fun day. I came down here off of a little spur trail, and this is how we're going to end the video. The sunset is setting right over there, but just a beautiful, beautiful day. I think I'm going to skip some rocks before we call it a complete day, though. Let's go home. Okay, that was the Ray Branch Shoreline Trail here at Timms Ford Lake and Timms Ford State Park. Really hope you enjoyed the adventure. I'm going to put the final stats up on the screen right now because I'm scared to actually say them. All trails kind of fizzled out on me when I paused it, so there are the final stats of the day, so I don't get it wrong. It will probably update once I get service, but really wonderful, beautiful early March day. I'm looking forward to getting back out here in the summer and hopefully doing a multi-day paddling, hiking, maybe even some fishing on the trip. And yeah, it was awesome. Ray Branch was really cool. It was a great backcountry site. There's a couple others. There's even like an island out on the lake that's a backcountry site. So maybe we can hopefully rent out that for the night or something during the multi-day trip. But I really hope you enjoyed this. If you've never been to Timms Ford State Park, highly recommend. This place is huge. It's got all kinds of adventures that you can get into, from boating to fishing to hiking. I mean, anything. So, and I saw nobody out here besides the people on the lake. So, had a lot of fun. And remember, guys, I have a Patreon. If you want to subscribe to that or donate to that, helps me do more adventures. Definitely don't feel obligated, but I do have one now and I'm promoting it. So, that link will be in the description. And yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Pretty. How do you today? First one. Oh man, I got to do it twice. This one's easier though. Gotta step up.